you're back.
Oh yeah, now you suddenly want to kiss me? You had your chance.
I'm so glad you're here.
School can really suck sometimes. Even with the power to rewind time, there's still a lot of unfair circumstances you have to deal with. Life is Strange is a 5-part adventure game from Don't Nod Entertainment that concluded last week. It blends the trials of being a teenage girl with the pressures of being a time traveler. The story is heavy on emotion, and the gameplay is forward-thinking in its design.
Where am I? What's happening?
You play as Max, an aspiring photographer attending an art school called Blackwell Academy in the quaint seaside town of Arcadia Bay. The story begins just before Max discovers she has the power to rewind time. Max uses the skill to save her friend Chloe, who she hasn't seen in 5 years, and later to unravel dark secrets lurking in the otherwise peaceful Arcadia. From unsolved kidnappings to apocalyptic tornadoes, the story takes lots of unpredictable turns. The rewind mechanic can be used to correct errors in judgment or pursue all potential avenues in a given situation, and sometimes Max has to zip backwards multiple times to physically navigate a space. Having this power will make you approach typical adventure game puzzles and conversations with a unique sense of confidence and curiosity. The game warns you whenever you've passed the point of no return, and Max may comment on the situation if it's not going the way she anticipated. Being able to go back in time at will unfortunately removes the tension from otherwise gripping scenes. If you can cross-examine every possible outcome, then you may not fear the consequences as much as you would in games like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones. The game also locks you out of the ability at certain points to tell a specific chapter in the story, which is understandable, but potentially frustrating.
Not now.
While Life is Strange isn't necessarily violent or gory, it does deal with disturbing themes. With her foresight and newfound wisdom, Max is frequently trying to stop people from making hasty decisions. Chloe, a high school dropout, puts Max in touch with dangerous people, and people's lives wind up in your hands more than once. The decisions aren't always positioned as good or evil, but rather are split by how much Max wants to exert her will over others and control their future along with her own.
Let's just talk.
Not ever tell me what to do.
Whoa!
Get off of me!
Motherfucker!
The story, despite its many jumps and restarts, holds everything together thanks to a cast that elicits genuine emotion. Despite her advanced situational awareness, Max is still a nerdy teenager and she has to confront a lot of uncomfortable truths about her friends and enemies. The lowest emotional lows in the story hit hard because of the convincing performances by Hannah Tell, Ashley Birch, and the rest of the ensemble.
I feel bad for the twee hipster who lost his beret. I bet he's cute.
Their delivery is so honest that it's a real shame when the game's visuals can't catch up. Life is Strange has an art style that is kinder to the various locations you visit in Arcadia Bay than its individual inhabitants. The areas you visit are packed with details, and the game encourages you to pick them apart by hunting for several photo opportunities in each chapter. Some of these have to be triggered by the player, and you're only given vague silhouettes as clues. By the time you visit Chapter 5, you'll have been all over Arcadia Bay. The game does a great job showing you locations from a distance, then letting you explore them up close.
No change to spare anymore. Now it's back to cookies.
The characters themselves look fine, and their motion capture is fluid and believable, but facial expressions leave a lot to be desired. The lip sync is hit or miss, making some lines look like they're incoherently mumbled. Most of the time it isn't an issue, but when someone's mouth doesn't come close to what they're saying right in the middle of a revealing scene, it can hurt the emotional impact. Characters that you're not directly engaged with also animate like you're not even there. The greatest strength of Life is Strange is that the excellent character work, supernatural twists, and serene environments manage to overcome any technical issues. It was easy for us to get hooked on guiding Max through this tumultuous time in her life, and the ending left our hearts and minds drained. The music fits the mood perfectly and never interferes with the narrative, and there are moments where the game lets you just hang out and think about where the journey will take you next. Even if you've played hundreds of adventure games, you've never experienced anything like Life is Strange.
Time to do or dive, Max.